Landing here right where you are, wherever you are, in mountain pose. See if you can get those toes pointing forward. Can you grow long and tall in the body? Can the crown of the head reach for the sky? Fingertips reach for the earth. Nice, full big breath here, especially if you've had a busy day or if you are arriving here after a little bit of chaos. And if you're arriving here in a grounded space or state, take that big breath too. It'll serve you well. Notice how it feels to stand on these 2 feet of yours. And glancing down at those feet, make sure they're hip width apart. Maybe they want to be a pinch wider because we are going to gently bend in the knees, soften in the knees. And we'll let the arms hang heavy at the side of the body, and we start to swing buckets here. So there's a bit of bounce in the knees with the arms swinging. And we're doing this just to kind of shake off any tension, to settle into feeling grounded in those feet and in those legs, but to also find a breath here with the swinging arms. Perhaps it entails a nice big breath in, and then an exhale through the mouth as you shake any remaining tension off. We're going to add to this by taking the right hand and reach it forward, but all the way up. Use that space around you. Reach with those fingertips, hands and arms, hand and arm, reach behind you. And when it reaches the bottom, we go right back into swinging those buckets. Another big breath in, nice big exhale in your own time. Let's do it with the left hand, left arm. It's going to reach out all the way up. Follow it as it reaches behind you. Use that space around you, and when it lands down at the bottom, we find the swinging buckets again. So we're going to do that 2 more times. So right hand, right arm reaches out all the way up. Feel that length and space in the side of the body. Exhaling and finding that landing back in the swinging buckets. Left hand, left arm reaches out all the way up. Bring it all the way down, and we join again, swinging the buckets. And then this last time here, we're going to do the opposite. So with that right hand, right arm, it's going to reach backwards this time instead of forward. Still use that space around you. Reach with those fingertips all the way up, and when it drops down, we land here. Left hand's going to reach behind you. Reach it out all the way up. Feel that length and space you're creating in the side of the body. Exhaling when it drops down. Beautiful. One more big breath here. Awesome. Let's take the hands and arms, reach them out all the way up to the sky. When they reach up to the sky, notice you feel a nice bit of a gentle back bend here. Front side of the body gets a little bit of a stretch and opening. But then I want you to be mindful of really grounding down through those feet and dropping the ribs a little closer to you. Snuggle in here. We're going to nab the right wrist with the left hand. And we're going to sink on over to the left. And as we sink on over to the left, we find a nice big breath, not staying forever. Inhale, up we rise. Right hand nabs the left hand, you sink on over to the right. Inhale, up we rise. And with your next exhale, hands and arms come all the way down. We land here, take a peek at your feet once again. Land them so they are hip width apart if they have shuffled around or moved. We're going to find a squat here by adjusting feet so that we can comfortably bend in the knees, stick the booty way out behind us, and reach hands and arms forward. I don't want you to think about too much here except for simply getting down and in there and making sure that you can still see your toes. So we take a breath here, and with an inhale, we're going to keep it moving by. Standing tall, reach the hands and arms behind you so that you find a nice opening in the chest and the front of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, we're going to sink back down and in. You stick that booty way out, get right down in there. Notice where you feel this, if it's in the glutes or the thighs. And then when you're ready, we're still breathing here. Inhale, bring it on up. Reach hands and arms behind you. Find that opening in the heart. And then at last time, exhale, sink down and in. Settle for a moment, find a breath or two. And then we're going to switch things up. We'll stand tall here. You may keep the feet where you have them. You might need to adjust. See if you can bring the toes facing forward. We're going to find a bit of a different squat in that when we start to make our way down, stick booty out, we're shifting the weight to the back of the heels. So as you shift the weight to the back of the heels, instead of this, we are landing here. You can also play with how you're holding your pelvis. Like, are you tucking the tailbone? Are you letting the tailbone rise to the sky? Can you find a neutral spot for it to rest? As we hang out here in this squat, where do you feel things activating? Is it more in the glutes? Is it in the thighs? So be curious, be that witness. We're going to bring ourselves up and out of this squat for a moment. As we rise on up, we take a nice full big breath here. So get in the mind of playfulness here. We're going to find that squat again that has the weight shifting to the back of the heels. Booty comes back. I'm not quite as low here. Everyone's going to look a little bit different. But as we've got the weight shifting toward the heels, we've got booty sticking out, but I also have that neutral pelvis as I play there with that mobility. We're going to add to it by shifting the weight to the left foot and lifting the right foot just a pinch off the ground. Step the right foot back down, weight is still in the heels. Still breathing here. We'll find the second side, so we shift the weight to that right foot, gently lift left foot slightly up off the ground, and then set it back down. Weight stays in the heels. We're going to shift the weight from here to the left foot, gently start to lift that right foot, and then we'll add, sticking this right leg, we're going to send it out long back. That is, we can touch the toe down here, or we can find a version of Warrior 3. Here comes the tricky part. We're coming back down into that same squat. So you got to go slow motion, slow motion, slow motion. Bring that right foot back down, weight still in the heels, land, and then that last side to complete this, we start to shift weight to that right foot, start to gently lift that left foot. Now, stay here or send that left leg back behind, touch the toe down, or find your version of a Warrior 3. Slow motion to get back, slow, slow, slow. We want to land with the weight in the heels. And then when that left foot lands, we stand tall. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. Take hands to heart center. Nice long exhales. Drop the hands down and reach them out all the way up to the sky. Maybe mini back bend, maybe ribs lift for a moment before. Hugging ribs a little closer to you. Bend in the knees, land hands on the thighs, adjust feet if you need to. Here we find some standing cat-cow by, rounding the back up to the sky, and finding that opposite, that gentle lift of the heart center, broadening across the collarbones. And we'll move in and out of this cat and cow, standing, cat and cow. And if one feels better than the other, stick with that. But definitely continue to breathe. And then the next time you find yourself in that cat stretch with the back rounded, as long as it's safe for your back, we're going to ragdoll all the way up. If rounding and rolling up isn't working for you, keep a nice flat back as you rise. Shoulders roll up, back, and down before they settle away from the ears. Reach hands and arms out all the way up. We're going to grab right wrist with that left hand. We're going to tip on over to the left, and we may add to it by shifting weight to that left foot so that we can sweep the right foot behind, and then you kind of get like down and juicy with it here. You can move forward and back. You can sink in, you can ease out. Inhale, up we rise, that is right foot returns if it has moved. Now right hand to that left wrist. Grow tall. Sink on over to the right. You want to hang out here or shift the weight to that right foot. Left foot and leg sweep behind and land. And then you start to kind of like wiggle, snuggle. Find big breath. Definitely a nice juicy stretch for that left side of the body. Bring it on back. Step that left foot next to the right if it had moved. Lower hands and arms all the way down. Bring hands to prayer at heart center. Close the eyes. Was this enough for today? Was it enough for this moment? If yes, awesome. Good on ya. If you're feeling called for other movements to keep going, then tune in. Ask yourself what she needs today. What kind of movement? What kind of breath, breathing? And you take it from there. Namaste.